Okay, now we're going. Welcome to the 4th episode of First Episode Fuck Ups. That's our podcast name, Sam. If you listened to episode 2, you would have heard that.
Yeah, you would have known.
You would have known.
Actually, you did say it in episode 2.
Oh, that's true.
If you listened to episode 1, you would have heard it.
No, I said it in episode 2, and then you made
You
fun
said
of me.
it later. You said it later in episode 2.
Yeah, I know
Yes.
what you're talking about.
Also, I like how episode 2 ends with Logan making one of those lines. You cut out the part at the start where we were all getting random like quotes and stuff. So Logan just comes in with a random quote out of nowhere and ends the video.
It was beautiful. I had to.
I haven't watched it.
Okay.
This is the show where we watch one episode of an anime or a show. So
Yep.
far, we're sticking just to anime and reviewing the first episode. Oh fuck! What did we watch today?
The best episode.
Hensuki, are you willing to fall in love with a pervert as long as she's a cutie? I think it's something like that.
Wait. Oh god, I'm not logged in.
Dude, we don't
It
need
was
the
that.
exact title.
We
It's
do.
basically that. It was
Episode
basically
1
that.
was called, what is it, Cinderella's Panties or something?
Cinderella's panties or
Something
something.
like
that.
Cinderella lost her panties.
Cinderella
Yeah.
lost her panties?
Oh,
Okay.
Cinderella lost her
The
panties.
show we watched was Hensuki. Are you willing to fall in love with a pervert?
As long as he's a cutie.
As long as she's a cutie.
Yeah,
Episode
I think I
1
got that bang on, actually.
Was
I got
Cinderella dropped her panties?
Wow.
I don't have the exact summary of the show, but pretty much the guy's trying to figure out whose panties were dropped.
that. At least in episode 1.
At least episode 1, but
it was
looking,
it was a shit show. I don't know. What
it was great.
And there's a
I don't know.
sequel.
Animation.
It
was
was
a
like
huge
pretty
success.
good.
How many frames on that dog?
Hey, we're not at animation yet, Kane.
Fine.
Okay, let's start with Kane's amazing
Oh,
opinion on the show.
wait, I didn't. Yeah, okay. My name is John. I'm your host.
Oh yes, sir.
Today we're joined with Benjamin, the reoccurring character. Benjamin, say hi.
Hello.
We have Logan. Logan's been in. You were in Edge Runners, right?
I've been on.
Yeah, but Logan's been in all of them.
Hello.
David, this is his first
This is very-
full
I haven't
appearance.
been on the podcast.
You
He's
appeared
been
at the
in the
end of
Cyberpunk.
Edge Runners to shit on Red.
You're right. You're correct.
But you missed your
And
first
he
full
was in the
appearance.
rating the tier list video, rating the server member.
That wasn't
Oh, that was
podcast.
the podcast.
That wasn't
That was
podcast.
content.
He wasn't.
Yeah, I've been here and
He's
there.
been here and there.
That was a
Yeah.
little,
I've been around.
a little fill-in for our little hiatus we had.
Exactly. We had done like a 6-month hiatus, 9-month hiatus, but we're back. And our special guest today is Kane,
Of course.
anime connoisseur who's watched almost every show ever.
Truly.
We had to find one today that you didn't watch.
Dude,
Oh, yeah,
actually,
yeah.
he amazes me every time I ask him some random anime. He's like, yeah, I think I
Yeah, I
watched that
think I
back
did.
in like 2017.
Actually, we started watching this one, and Kane, you knew the
you
forum.
knew the plot.
You knew the plot because
Yeah,
of
there's
the
a
forum.
mega thread.
The mega
This is
thread.
goofy.
This guy knows everything.
Kane is an
Basically, I'm
expert.
just Jesus Christ.
Basically, reincarnate. Where's the?
And there's Sam. I don't
Oh,
know.
Yeah.
my brother's
I don't
here.
know if he's a
Sam.
he's a character. He's
Sam, get closer to the microphone. Come here.
Okay.
Sam did not watch the episode.
We
I
watched like
watched,
some of
I
it.
watched the part.
He watched
He,
a part.
he
of
watched a
He
part.
saw the dog.
He saw the dog.
He did see the
I feel like that's probably good enough.
That
Yeah.
you get the gist
I
of
think
the
that's
show.
summarized.
Yeah.
He's got like a general idea.
Exactly.
Honestly, it does. That was most of the episode.
I think he's got it.
It definitely summarized the animation.
Oh,
Yeah,
exactly.
100%.
So yeah, we watched Hensuki. Well, I can't remember the name now. Yeah,
It's
we watched
called
Hensuki.
It's
Are
probably
you willing
easier.
to fall in love?
It was just
Wait, hold on.
Your
Is
average
Hensuki a
rom-com.
combination of like hentai and daisuki, which is like hentai and I love you? Because
That's
like
probably.
because
are
I
you
love
willing
this
to
show
fall in
so
love
much.
with a pervert?
And I love both.
True.
Hentai means pervert, right? 'Cause
Yeah, I think so.
in Japanese, yeah. This is actually we're like slowly catching on to what this title means.
Pretty
It
much.
took John 10 minutes to connect the
You should try
panties
anime.
to the title.
Well, I understood the Cinderella reference. I just kind of forgot that like the pervert thing is because of the panties. I
Yeah.
forgot that part.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. First episode,
Well, and the fetishes.
main character
yeah,
finds.
she has a
fetish?
What? I thought the walking the dog was normal.
Yeah.
What?
What do you mean?
First
leash?
episode. main-
Yeah, no, she's like wilding. She's actually
She goes
freaky.
crazy at the end.
Okay, first episode, main character finds panties and a I love you card, and then he goes
Every
on a
day stuff.
wild. Yeah, it happens to me once in a while. And then
Every
he
now
goes.
and then.
Then he goes on a wild goose chase to find out who gave him the panties. Episode 1, you find out the black-haired girl's dog fetish, maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Kinda. She's a little.
It's a
Into pet play, I guess.
Okay, Kane, we'll start off with you as your special guest. What did you think of the show overall?
I mean, the pacing was like the equivalent of like.
Oh, they rushed through that.
They
for
rushed
2
through it
minutes.
too fast. It's like if you.
I think the flashback explained it.
That explained everything, yes, but it's like if you took someone, they were writing half a script, and then you lobotomized them.
That is.
And then asked them to try to like finish it off from what they can remember. But because they remember so little, they just like skip entire chunks.
That's a fair way to put
They
it.
rushed through the whole
That's
thing.
fair.
The scene at the very start, it took 2 minutes, and they woke up with a sexual dream about his sister, went to school. Yes,
Sure, I forgot he
Yeah.
woke up thinking of his
yeah,
sister.
Yeah, went to school.
Wait,
Went to the school club room. You don't know any of the characters.
Wait.
We have a giant cleaning montage while the intro
while the
plays,
intro plays.
and then it goes into an episode. And
Wait,
I'm like,
he hadn't met the characters yet in the dream. Did he have a premonition at the start of the story?
I don't know. They were all naked.
He had
They
a
were all
premonition
naked.
of his
Honestly,
3 love
I feel like
interests
that about my
and
mom.
his sister.
Understandable.
Of course, it's
For me-
why not?
I don't think you heard that.
For me, this was a great show. Like I was saying this while watching it. Our first episode, I mean, a lot of my audio was cut, so we didn't get my opinions. But that was like
The
a
first episode was so good.
that was just a bad show. It was the mom multi-hit attack one. That was a bad show. It wasn't good.
It was just boring.
It was boring. This was awful and so funny.
because
It
of how
doesn't-
Because it was also
it
that we
really
watched
wasn't. It really wasn't funny at all. It was
No.
just the
It
fact
was
that
really bad, and that was funny because it was bad. And we also this is our first episode we've watched as a group, which
and
added
that,
on to
we
that.
could make
Yeah.
comments midway through the show.
I enjoyed the show. That is, I'll get into
I-
it more.
I-
Yeah, I enjoyed the
no,
experience more than the show.
Yeah,
Exactly. I enjoyed the
I
experience.
didn't enjoy the show.
Logan, what do you think of it?
It was something.
It was something.
that.
That's fair.
Well, by something you mean like perfection.
The best,
Right?
yeah.
The best thing you've ever watched.
Like there was a point where one of the girls who had the dog fetish,
Yes.
it like asked the guy on a date, and then
Asked
invited.
himself
and
on a
asked
date?
herself. She like asked herself
she
on a
comes
date,
up behind him.
and
And it's like,
Appeared
She
behind
jumped
him.
him with
Wanna
the
go
cake.
out?
Appeared behind him.
and he's like, huh? And she's like, yes.
And then it pans.
She asked the question.
Also, right
She
before,
asked the question.
right before that. Oh yeah, you finished, Logan.
She asked the question, answered her own question,
And then made
and
him
then
pay for the
made
date.
him pay for their own date.
That's what I
And
call
when he
rich.
asked
Literally
if she-
scam.
and when he-
It's crazy.
And when he asked if she had feelings for her, got embarrassed and ran away, ditching him at the restaurant.
Yeah.
Also, right before that too, he's had this whole conversation. He's like, "How am I gonna figure out if it's her panties? I can't ask her to try it on." And then she appears behind him, listening to his outer monologue, and then invites herself on the date. This was a
It
great
was,
show.
it was insane.
Yeah.
And super rushed too, because the date was they
Yes.
instantly appeared at the
See,
restaurant.
the transition was crazy.
There
though.
was no
She
transition.
randomly starts eating, and they're in the show, in the
Yeah.
date.
I
It's
don't know.
great.
And then, yeah, it's like, do you have special emotions? And she just sprints. She just like runs.
She's
Are
out.
She invited herself onto a
Hiding
date with
any
him.
of the
He's like,
mysteries
so
of women
you're
from
making
me?"
me pay and
Dude,
forcing me to go on a
Echo,
date with
literally.
you.
Mysteries of Women.
That's basically what it was.
Is this an
I
Echo?
I think you're hiding something from me. And she's like, no.
No, he's on to me.
No.
He found my dog
Runs away in
fetish.
terror.
I think David can talk about the blonde girl in the library scene. How about that?
Oh,
she
she was
Meyer?
tweaking as well. I don't even remember
Yeah,
the
so,
details.
David, what are your general opinions?
Okay, like on
Just-
the blonde
just-
girl.
just-
David
of
immediately
everything.
said smash,
We'll
and
get-
then realized she looked
What?
like five.
Well, I couldn't tell.
Oh,
I, you
my.
can't blame. You can't blame. Me. I was trying to figure it out.
General opinions on the show, David.
Well, like, the pacing is certainly one of the shows. That
One of the shows
I've
of all
ever
time.
watched.
I think it's like you know strong suit on those.
Exactly.
I don't know if the artist like maybe was like on drugs
Yeah,
potentially when they were like planning the story.
and just voicing his fetishes through his work.
And well, no, it was very channeled. Like it was very
yeah.
personal.
He-
I think the thing behind it is it's one
Don't
of those
worry, it's a piece
shows
of
where it's like
literature
it's
that-
trying way too hard to fulfill this guy's specific fetish that
100%.
his like coworker wants to be his dog.
He
He like
definitely-
really wants that to
He
happen.
definitely had some of those fetishes, so he threw them in, but then he like mixed in others to make it feel like it was the
They were
girls that
his.
had the
Yes.
fetishes.
You see,
because they're
But
like,
it is straight up
oh,
just the creator.
oh,
Yeah, I'm not
Oh,
weird.
I'm not the weird one.
I feel like what it's trying to do right now is that this is a work of art. If you were to take,
That's a great way to put it.
there's a lot of. It's very symbolic. Like
It's symbolic of the modern day.
Sex.
It's
Yeah,
not
just
the
sex.
modern day
this
relationship.
is sexy sex.
It's like
My favorite part of the show was the animation.
Yes.
phrase
Hey, we're not there.
was-
but
Oh my God.
what is your
Shut it,
general?
Can I give
Not
my
yet.
Give
no,
your general
not yet.
opinion.
Fine.
Okay.
General opinion. I have no idea what I watched. It was like they crammed 5 episodes into one. The girl randomly took off her shirt and put a collar around her neck. I thought it was gonna have to do with the
I mean,
panties. No, she
No.
just
That happens around me too.
immediately
So.
was
yeah,
I was
they
also-
tend to do that in my prize.
I was expecting the panties to be a episode 1 kind of thing, but no, the panties are the fuel of the
The whole
entire
show.
show.
And the animation,
Yes.
was a banger.
We'll,
Ooh, that
we'll
reminds
actually
me of the
skip.
bridge.
We'll get
The
an
bridge
animation.
was so good.
We'll get
The bridge.
animation as our
I
next.
definitely
bridge.
knew what was
The
going on.
panties are in the title, so they gotta like.
Exactly.
But if
Well-
you're looking in like for a show that's kind of like Shakespearean,
Exactly,
writing that's just
yeah.
a lot better.
Like your average Greek tragedy, this
Yeah.
is perfect.
well, except this isn't even a tragedy. This is
And-
just like
And they have
Actually,
the
maybe
same
it's
age
a
range.
tragedy.
It might
It's
might
exactly
become a
right.
tragedy.
Exactly. Okay, we'll get an animation next. I think our great transition is Sam. Sam, what did you think of the show from the bit you saw?
The frame of
Honestly.
the dog.
I'm a changed man.
Thank you.
not surprised.
I don't know if the mic can pick
It's-
you up, but oh well.
It's a work of art. It's just
Thank you. Thank you. I'm
the
glad you agree.
animation, the dog.
Do you wish you were that dog?
Yeah.
I
So-
feel like I embody
The
the
dog
dog
Yeah.
right now.
stands up.
So yes,
Like,
Benjamin, can you
dog-
explain?
Okay, the dog first of all stands up humanoidly. Second of all has
The dog
human eyes.
awakens.
Human eye, yeah.
It has
Yes,
human
he had
eyes.
human eyes.
And third of all, runs over midway through its run. It teleports. It has
Yes.
I think 3 frames.
I was
of
gonna
run.
say a total of 3 frames.
It ran
for one
100
animation.
meters in 3 to 5 frames. I want
Which
to say,
reminds me-
and it looks like it teleports.
I'm
It takes
really-
3 bounds, like 30
Yeah.
feet each bound, like
Yeah.
like it's like running
I mean-
Yeah.
over there.
I'm
In like
fairly
3
certain
big strides. That's it.
90% of that show's budget went to that one little shot of the guy.
The
The
tennis?
guy-
Guys, it's tennis.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
like they're walking down the stairs and they're like cardboard cutouts teleporting down
Yes.
the stair. And then it skips and the wind is blowing this guy's majestic hair in the dawn.
I
And
feel
he's like
like-
swinging his tennis racket through the
And he
wind.
goes
It's
all he
insane.
folds through the full
Yeah,
way.
I
He
know.
swings around. That's like at least that is probably 10 times the amount of frames it took to animate the dog.
Honestly, I feel like they used like AI for all of those backgrounds.
That's what I was gonna say.
Yeah,
the
or
whole
that-
background.
That or they like took pre-made backdrops, just placed
Yeah.
the
And
characters.
placed
And then the
Yeah.
characters
It's
in
they,
it looked so janky because their first of all their animation was bad and the characters just
they
did not
drew
fit.
the characters and the backgrounds. I feel like separately, and
Yes.
then put the characters in front of the backgrounds. They didn't blend in. There was a weird like
There was a weird
pop
like
out of the character.
yeah.
That happened during the.
like,
They make it on, like,
The shading was so different. Like
Uh-huh.
the characters was much more like cartoonish. I want to say like more pastel-like as
Yeah,
they
compared
were
to
doing
the
sorry.
backgrounds.
They were doing a really bad job with the layering, like when he was running towards the pet fetish fella.
Oh my
Because he
god.
literally was like in slow motion when he was running.
When they were running
And
in
they
the gym too. And the
Oh my
background
God.
was just a conveyor belt going along the back of the
It
screen.
was
And they
great.
had 2 frames, arm up, arm down, arm up.
His head wasn't moving. He looked
His head wasn't moving.
His
Neither was-
shoulders back and
I don't even think his mouth was moving. And if it
Why
wasn't,
do
it
we
was
have
just.
Arthur?
I'm trying to find an example. Okay, I'm trying to find. You know how in like old cartoons when the animation was bad, everything was like pastel. I'm trying to find an Arthur example. It's not really working.
Arthur's not bad. That's
No, Arthur's the best show ever.
Yeah.
Okay, but
What if Arthur?
the background would be drawn.
Okay, man. New
The
topic.
background would be drawn and the character animation would be separate. So to make it look like a storybook, the character would be like have like a white
Also,
aura
white
around
background.
them.
Yeah.
That's what it looked
I'm trying to
like.
find
It's
an
like
Arthur
Cardi.
example of that.
Yes.
It's not really working.
Yes,
That's
like,
what it looked
It was
like.
like a puppet show where they
Yeah.
where they put them
Yeah.
up on little sticks.
On little
of
sticks, and then they
paper.
did.
Yeah, that's what it looked like.
Um,
And the
Maybe that's
frames
the
were
finish that
basically
comes on
that.
later.
They would like cut it.
That's-
Like,
that's
they
what the
action.
characters
Reminds
Yeah.
me of a
if you haven't watched the show, just look. Imagine this. It's. I can't show you guys my screen. It's like it's a puppet show basically. Imagine this. The backgrounds never moved, and the characters would just dance around. It was.
Yeah.
Another problem the show had is that they, for some reason, wanted to be really colorful, where it kind of looked like the equivalent of like those weird edits where people just like
Yeah.
make
Up the
it just-
saturation.
Yeah, just
Oversaturation.
Yeah,
It was
saturation.
so colorful. The covers were neon green.
Yeah,
It
the
was
cover.
so odd.
The cover.
Yeah, the dude's house is supposed to be like a monochrome, like average Japanese house, like every anime ever. And then you walk inside and it's like strobe light,
Yeah, no.
or like neon central.
I got a stroke when they opened the cover.
Oh,
It was
it's
like
just,
a flashback.
It's neon green. It's I'm
It's a style choice.
the one
Oh, yeah,
part,
it's just stylistic.
Style.
the one part with the dog after the girl left, he looks so like stocky.
Oh my god.
Yes.
He's a little short. His
Oh,
legs,
yeah,
his legs and his body are so
The
like,
dog
just
looks
wide.
like it's shapeshifted, like it's a Wendigo pretending to shapeshift into a dog, and it hasn't gotten it like quite right.
Fella
I'm
literally
scared.
had the
He's
body
trying his
proportions
best
of
to
a
be a dog.
goon.
It's like what's
He
the
did.
in like Harry Potter when like they had turned to the cat and they still like wait let me find a photo.
Oh
Oh,
yeah.
when Hermione gets turned into the
Let
cat.
John
the
find a
poly-
photo so they can
the
Yeah,
post
what's
it.
the
Search up Hermione Granger cat. Oh wait no that's like a thing.
That's probably that's coming up, but that's pretty accurate to this show though. This episode, it's basically all about fetishes.
where's the Hermione cat?
Search up
And you
Hermione
want to
Yeah,
cat.
Emma
show what
Watson.
fetishes is about
Well, what were you
fetishes.
saying about the cat? Well,
Oh god.
That's,
That's
what the dog is.
That's what the dog.
that
looks
is very fair.
like. It was someone trying to transform into a dog and they pulled it off poorly.
And the
Yeah.
eyes.
Oh my god. Yes, that's exactly what it is.
Also, the dog stood
The
up
eyes,
and
too.
was as tall as the girl, who was not a short girl. Like she was probably 5.
Yeah, she's probably like 4'3".
Oh,
True, she's an anime.
No,
character.
anime characters are always really short.
That
Like
is
the guys who look really tall are like 5'8".
But average-
Japanese people just short.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, but like
Okay.
average
Okay.
height in the show, the girl looked about like 5'5", maybe 5'6". The dog stood up and was as tall as her. It was freaky.
That's out.
Not as tall as me though.
Terrible
Exactly.
being vegetarian or dog.
Oh my god! Oh my god! I forgot. The dog's name was vegetarian.
It looked
I kind of respect it.
ferocious.
Like I understand that like the dog was put there to foreshadow her fetish,
Yeah, I
What is?
but
Such a random.
Symbol.
why was the dog's name vegetarian? It wasn't
I
even a
feel
funny
like that's
joke.
the joke.
But it was not good.
I mean, yeah, but it's. I guess it's still a joke. They
also,
tried.
she found
Okay.
the dog. Didn't know it's the plot there would have been because it wasn't her dog. She just found it. That means she would have had to guess the name vegetarian.
No,
And then
no,
it
she
was-
was
Gave it
taking
the name
care of it.
vegetarian.
I thought she was taking
Was she-
care of it.
Name was
But then the owner came and it ran away.
And then she found it.
Oh yeah, that's right. She only.
She's
Never came.
5'3", by the way.
Oh, okay. So,
Anime characters are just
Cat.
drawn not right.
so the
Like,
dog is
everyone's
5'3".
short.
That is a tall dog though.
Still tall. Still very tall.
The
But
other-
yeah.
And that,
Wait,
was, that
the
wasn't even
blonde-
like on his hind legs too. That was
Yeah,
just
yeah, I don't know.
That was
The
all.
blonde girl's 4'11" though, and there was more than
She's
4 inches
4'5".
of difference. She's like 4'2".
She's tiny.
She was
The
tiny.
blonde girl's very tiny. That's
Dave, is that your type?
very odd.
David would hit that. Yeah.
Alright. So overall animation was very bad. It was
Yeah.
terrible.
It was.
It was.
Other than Tennis Guy, I'll
Other than
give
Tennis Guy,
I'd give it like a 3.5 out of 10.
The bridge,
Yeah.
the bridge.
3.
What was? I don't know if I.
Okay.
Oh, I just.
The- There was okay.
I don't know if I.
There was a space between the bridge and like a tunnel underneath it. It looked like there was
Okay.
a pool of white, or no, not white, blue tiles.
Oh, I found the
It
dog.
was so like
Oh,
blurry. You can't even tell what it was.
Oh, there's the snout.
That is
oh,
terrible.
There's the
There's
snout.
the snow in the eyes.
I can't find the bridge, but it was really bad.
Oh god, I just searched up. So on the wiki, it actually has what each of their fetishes are, because that's like half the
Okay,
point of the show. The sisters' fetish is exhibitionism. I'm
Wow.
I'm looking forward to that.
What is
Wow.
When you're like nude in public, like, and you have sex in public. That's like, you don't know what exhibition
I don't
is?
feel comfortable
It's
with
when you
this
want
show.
people
Favorite
watch,
character.
when you want people watching you basically do
Yeah.
stuff.
Wait, the sister.
So-
I thought the sister would be. Okay, I hate anime.
Maybe like
This
a
is all.
brother.
I
The
get.
brother, the
It's
brother's
something
fetish
complex.
is that he likes his sister.
Oh.
Literally says.
Okay.
Okay.
That's-
Okay.
Alright.
I mean,
Wow.
it's
like me.
I mean, is that?
I think that's pretty
That's
awesome.
so to be fair.
As you do.
What about the quiet girl? It's gonna be
That's
something
just-
really weird.
that's just
Oh,
like-
wait, Kane was right. Why does Kane like this? Yaoi or whatever. She likes gays. I don't know.
She just likes women. I think she's
Dude,
just
that's why he
lesbian,
likes the main
man. That's not
character. I'm
offensive.
telling you, there's chemistry. between
I
him
think
and
she's
the
just lesbian. Like
No,
Okay.
yeah, like
Yaoi-
call me
Yaoi's
Drake. Like,
gay,
she
yeah.
says she
Yaoi's-
lesbian.
Yaoi's
Well,
two
me
guys.
too.
guy.
Like,
Yaoi's two
She's
guys.
just the
oh,
lesbian
you're right
girl,
now.
too.
Sorry,
She
you're right.
likes watching two guys.
Forgot.
This is an awful show. This was just an
This is
incel's
awesome.
wet
I relate
dream.
to a lot of these characters.
I think this is the worst show so far. I'm just gonna
It
say-
was really
Do we have
funny,
any more
yeah,
but then like
categories?
looking back on it without all the cringy moments, the plot and like everything was just awful. Like in the
Plot,
moment,
plot,
very
plot,
funny.
Pacing, animation, the characters,
Exactly.
all of that just added up to be just
Yeah.
The best part, well, okay, we'll get to the
Tennis racket. Best
the
part. Easy.
tennis racket too. We'll get to the plot in a sec. But
Is there really any plot?
No, okay, but the
There was
dialogue,
no-
the dialogue was the most unnatural things ever. It
They took
Yes.
like, really
there was
weird
no
pauses.
natural. There was no
They
natural
took really weird
conversation.
freeze frames too of like 4 seconds waiting for
Yeah.
something where there was no movement except maybe some eyebrow movement of like.
When she was like, when at the last scene when they're in the house and she's like, close your eyes, or they're in the club room, sorry. His eyes were closed for 10 seconds. The only animation was his eyebrows.
Those they're probably
And
trying
it was
to
just
push
on
out.
the loop too. His eyebrows were just on the loop.
The animators are probably trying to push it out because they probably got overworked to high
True.
health.
They're
like,
Muppet
we need the
animators.
20-minute mark. I haven't slept in like 30 days.
That is true. Okay. The plot of the show, we kind of already explained it. He finds panties.
I know.
Yeah,
It's,
the whole-
And he has to
Yeah.
find out whose panties they
it's
are.
mind-blowing. I'd say it's revolutionary.
Of
It's never
course.
done before.
Sam, stop moving on the treadmill. The microphone picks it up.
Try
Unacceptable.
running on it.
Yeah, buddy.
Buddy, come on. That's
Try running.
unacceptable.
Come
You're
on,
off the
do
podcast.
your 7
You're like
speed walk.
Liam.
Oh,
Okay,
it's-
but yeah, he needs to figure out what panties.
Damn.
Who they
Dude,
belong.
Sam,
Jesus.
stop.
I'm trying to get up.
He needs to figure out who the panties belong to.
Floor moves.
Sam, get off the treadmill.
I'm getting up, but the floor moves, and I'm trying to pull myself up, and I just started.
Okay, he has to figure out who the panties belong to. Sam, you're not running on the treadmill. We're in the
Hey,
middle.
stop! Don't.
Sam,
don't
actually stop.
treadmill,
The microphone's
don't
audio is
treadmill,
gonna be terrible.
thing.
You, alright,
Fine, I'll do it myself.
get off the treadmill, Sam. You can hear every step with his microphone. Okay. The plot was he has to figure out who the panties belong to. But all the girls have a crush on him, so I really don't think there's a point to that plot device.
I don't know. I think it's the dude.
Instantly. There's no There
Oh,
wasn't like
there's
any
no.
build-up.
Yes,
The
exactly. There's-
characters, it was instant. Go to one character, she wants to show you her panties or something. One character wants a leash. One character.
There's no even like cliche of like, man, I hate you, and then a couple episodes you're like, oh, you're actually
No.
not bad. Like
No, there was
Nico
no.
or whatever her name is in Quintessential Quintuplets. That's what I think
Nino,
of as
okay.
it. Nino.
Nino's an asshole. We'll talk about that later.
When we
She
did-
drove
when
him
we-
twice.
She drugged him twice. She
Oh,
doesn't
that's
get rid of
You
him.
only live once.
Okay, but it's not even that. It's not even like quiet girl like Miku to liking him.
Yeah.
They all are in love with him immediately.
Immediately.
Presumably
just
his
jump
first
on
time meeting them because he just cleaned the club room for the first time.
I don't think that was the first time.
Not the first time.
Because they have the whole flashback.
Yeah.
True. The whole flashback that was like 10 seconds.
I'm also just gonna assume that like wet dream probably
Yeah,
implied they
what
were
was
into each
that?
other.
Yeah, at the
The
start,
intro?
that was awful. This whole show was really bad.
It wasn't
Okay.
good.
It literally opened with.
It wasn't good at all.
Opinion on opinion on intro. Yeah, the stupid.
Intro?
It was like 2
Like the
minutes of just.
It was
The
mediocre.
opening wasn't
whatever.
okay. The opening
Oh,
wasn't bad.
Okay,
The
at first,
actual song wasn't bad, but
It was
what
okay.
happened at the start?
yeah, I didn't know that was the opening.
I
And then the
didn't know
text
too.
started appearing. I'm like, oh, okay. I
It's
don't
so
know if
rushed.
there's
It's like a clean.
Oh, bye, Sam. Then we lost our Sam. He can't go on his
No.
treadmill.
It was so rushed.
Like, usually, first of all, the opening cuts to its own animation. I don't know what's going to happen next episode. I wonder if the opening even has its own animation. But they tried to play it in as the music to the cleaning montage, and that just didn't work. It was awful. It was terrible. And you'd expect the animation to be better in the opening? It was not. It was terrible.
I don't know. I feel
They,
like
they
the-
wiped away a patch of ink or something, and it just slowly faded. Like
they just
like-
yeah.
one side it faded a little more.
That's how cleaning
Reduce
works.
the
Logan.
opacity.
Hey, Mr.
Clean.
They
Yeah,
just
it-
like slid they had a
Exactly.
slider and just slide the opacity.
If only they had one of those like Mr. Clean scrubs, and then they go away in one swipe, dude. They gotta upgrade their budget.
I don't know. I feel like they already have some pretty good shit. That's
That's
like getting
true.
away with one swipe with like ink.
But yeah, the song was fine. It reminded me of Crazy Noisy Bizarre Town EDM version, I think, or Great Days EDM. No, it's Crazy Town.
Kane saying, "I bet she loves calligraphy."
And then it cuts to them in the calligraphy.
Okay, we did not know that Kane knew the show at all, and he goes right before we see the first girl. I bet she loves calligraphy, and instantly she's doing calligraphy.
That was so good.
I thought he just predicted it. I thought it was a complete guess. But
She just struck. I don't know about you guys, but she struck me as the type of person to love calligraphy.
Obviously, yeah.
Exactly. Kane has actually never heard of this show.
Yeah, I've never heard of it. I actually have like a sixth sense, and it's just I can tell what.
Right when someone loves
you can
calligraphy,
tell someone's fetish is.
Kane
Exactly.
immediately knows.
Well, that's not even a fetish. That's a hobby.
Yeah, that's not good.
Well,
Unless
in-
someone's into
in this
calligraphy.
show, who really knows?
Yeah, they can do a lot of things with a brush.
Is there any point also to the calligraphy? I don't
No.
think there's a point to the club.
No.
No.
At least in like
She
Doki.
mentioned something about. She said, "I submitted my proposal or something. So now you have to pet me." But that's not the important part.
That's
The
not the-
important part was that she had one line that had to do with the calligraphy.
That is true. That is true.
And the really bad animation of the papers on the floor was
Oh
pretty
my
funny,
That's
too.
also
Yes.
true. That was
I love
That
when
didn't
it-
look like
I love
paper.
when it was just
That
a
literally
flat
It was like a
floor,
blob.
a flat floor, and they kind of they took it out, and the floor just transformed, but it didn't like go up. There was no height
It's like
difference.
It's like they put a layer of word on top of it as they moved paper,
Uh-huh.
and the word stayed.
They were
That was
literally like,
terrible.
picking up the garbled up mess of like a broken reality.
And this was during the cleaning montage that probably should have been where the budget was used.
Absolutely not.
Absolutely crazy.
No, tennis player. He deserves it all.
Dude, that was so funny. It cuts to the highest resolution tennis player
It
you've
reminds
ever
me of
seen,
that,
and then
that
right
baseball
back to
going
shit.
at like really slowly at the camera. Like it was so underwhelming.
It was so good. Oh, when he gets hit?
Yeah, but it's like it's
Oh,
just like
the
ooh.
basketball.
the basketball
Boom! Finally gets hit. That was
Yeah.
terrible.
Okay, how are we gonna end this podcast?
Well,
This
we're
is
still
pretty
talking,
Yeah,
Benjamin.
we're still
This is
talking.
good. How long
great.
has this been going on for? I
We're
don't-
25 minutes in.
Yeah, we
Okay,
Okay,
well,
hold on.
let's-
What's the next segment? What's the next segment?
Like, we're
Wait.
basically
Well,
at the end.
We're
Um,
kind of at the end.
Other
We didn't-
other reviews. Other
Oh
reviews.
yes.
Oh
Did
my
we get
God.
everything?
That's-
You got me
Yeah.
a JoJo reference.
I forgot about that.
Oh,
well, that's pretty
Also,
obvious.
side
Who
characters.
wins?
Okay, and overall too, I kind of touched
Or
on this
who
briefly.
sent the
First,
letter?
this is straight up Doki Doki Literature Club. The
Um,
multiple designs,
I mean-
not the plot, but the character designs,
Yeah.
very similar.
I can only realistically see like two of them.
True,
being
but then they're
related.
also they're in a club. They all have a crush on him. At least in Doki Doki, they had the plot device of the poems. In this, calligraphy is not
I
used.
feel like clubs are still kind of like a common thing. Like
Fair.
literally, what am I? I'm forgetting the name. The funny ghost fella.
Funny ghost fella.
Mob Psycho 100.
Oh yeah, true.
That has
He
to
is
be
in the club. I guess that
I
is
guess
true.
it's most like one guy in a club of all girls.
Yes, that it seems like a common anime trope. Is
Yeah, it
harem.
is.
Are
Truly
we?
appealing to the peak male
Pretty much
fantasy.
got everything. Overall show pretty bad. I'll find some reviews.
Find the reviews. The reviews are always amazing. Because I can't. It's got to be bad, right? We have it on our list
Yeah.
because it's bad. It's got to be bad.
Okay, I have a Reddit post.
Okay.
Is Hensuki any good?
I'm going to reviews.
Okay, this one's I don't know if this is good. Okay, pretty trashy. And art and animation is a little sparse. True. I enjoyed it a lot because it is like exactly my kind of trash. It wasn't outright smutty as it could have
Yes,
been.
it was.
Yes,
It
was.
was.
It is
It
very
was.
The
outright.
first scene.
Please take this collar.
And
Kind
the,
man.
and the well, even better, and the
Right,
way
man.
and the way that it handles kinks and fetishes almost has a tiny bit of heart at times. No, it doesn't. I disagree with that completely.
As the kink expert.
It largely doesn't kink shame anyone in the way that I would have
It
expected.
should maybe for
And
some
most
of
of
those.
the
Yeah,
that-
I think maybe we
We probably
should.
The
should have a
sister,
little
the
kink
the
shame.
sis, like liking the sister, maybe that
That should
deserves a
be a
little
little bit
shaming.
Yeah, I was
maybe.
gonna say. I think that's like that should bring your score down, not bring your score up.
I agree.
Yeah, I really liked it because it doesn't
It
shame my
doesn't shame
kinks.
kinks.
Like, it's just
What is
fine
wrong
with
with
all
you,
this
bro?
bad stuff.
I don't know.
Okay, most of the cast
That
is
girl
pretty
looked
fun.
like 5.
That's true. The cast is pretty funny. I feel like there's no personality, at least in the first
I
episode.
feel like the show is
I-
unintentional.
I
Cast,
think
the
it
cast
was
is
mindless.
funny because they're stupid. though.
Exactly.
They weren't even that funny. They were like
Um,
just bots.
The anime manages to address its core premise instead of leaving it open as source bait. It won't resolve everything, but the primary arc is at least squared away. What was the premise?
There was no
The
premise.
panties?
I guess.
Yeah, that's the only plot device they had.
Yeah, there was no premise. And then the dub, blah blah blah. The dub apparently is funny because it's not like ghost stories, but it takes liberties. Okay, I don't.
Well, we didn't read the dub.
Yeah, we didn't do the
listen
dub.
to the dub.
I'm kind of glad we didn't watch the dub.
I
feel
am
like that
too.
would be a little like embarrassing.
Yeah, that would have been like even more awkward if we knew what they were saying.
That,
It was
yeah,
actually funnier when we had to read the absolutely horrendous subtitles.
exactly.
That were like
Oh my
the
God.
strangest English. It's like someone who doesn't know how to speak English, trying to speak English.
Yeah, there were so many just random dialogue. It was bad. Okay.
Were the subtitles that were stuck on screen before? Were they supposed to be like stuff that was written around the room?
So in
And
sorry.
like at the start when they had the one of the little papers in the room, there was like big block at the top. that
Oh,
just
yeah.
Stick around.
Oh yeah, well just stuck. I don't understand. Oh wait, I have another one. This one says, It's super wholesome.
No.
Don't let the name throw you off. It's off. It's etchy. Oh, don't let the name throw you off. It's etchy agreed, but the story is strangely wholesome. Even the conclusion of the story is good at the end of the day. It's good. At the end of the day, if you want to feel good, try it. No! That's
I
wrong.
mean, if you want a good laugh, then go ahead.
Exactly. It's not going to make you
Laugh.
feel good.
No.
This is not super wholesome. This was
It's not something that makes you
not
feel good
wholesome at
inside.
all. That was really bad.
It makes you feel weird inside.
Yeah, it makes you feel really weird.
Oh god, this...
Yeah, especially when you're watching with 6 people.
Exactly.
That was the best part.
Okay, this review just says, yes, sister.
Oh god.
Oh, boy.
Okay.
Okay, this is an amazing anime so far. And I'm praying to God for a season 2. Every episode, I'm sitting in my man cave, wanting over this
Okay.
amazing
Okay.
series.
Yeah, I can
Exclamation
smell
mark,
this guy.
exclamation mark, exclamation
I
mark.
can smell him.
Hashtag uwu.
Okay, it's ironic. It's ironic to be fair,
Oh,
but it's pretty funny.
the
This is
man cave.
probably ironic. The hashtag uwu gave it away, but the sitting in my man cave part, you can smell this guy. That's terrible. Made me laugh. Okay, the last one. Made me laugh so hard. All I can say is watch it for a good laugh at the main character's expense. I think every high school guy would love his girl problems. Okay, here's another insult. But he handles it like a champ. He isn't always the perfect gentleman he wants to be, which makes it even more hilarious. He says he wants a simple love connection, but gets 4 of the funniest perverts instead.
No way.
With a bonus one at the end.
He's just like me, guys.
Oh my god, he's
Another
just
one.
like me.
He
4
gets a bonus?
He gets a bonus. Wait, I want to see.
Oh shit, bonus?
Okay,
The bonus is the white-haired girl. I was looking at the wiki, and her fetish is stalking, apparently.
oh, that's
Oh.
That's,
I mean, that's
even
not
better. That's
not
not
bad.
honestly. The worst part is that's the most tame fetish.
That's
I've
the most
ever seen.
adorable.
Is that the first year person the title was
I don't
talking
know.
about?
Oh
She's had
no!
white hair.
How old is she? Is it say on the wiki?
I can check. I'm not there
Are
right
they
now.
all?
Okay, I think we all should give our final score, and then, we spoil it and we look up who is the winner.
We gotta know.
So then
'cause
we
we're
let-
not gonna watch
so
it.
exactly, we'll let the
Really, the
people.
only way you can conclude a series like that is just to get
She's
everyone to win.
4'9".
Ugh.
Oh,
no,
my.
hold on.
I mean, still
This-
taller than that one fella.
No, she's not. The
Wait,
other
wait.
person's 4'11". She's
Oh,
short.
How
shit,
tiny
okay.
are these?
She
Yeah.
he does not say her age.
That's probably a good
Oh,
thing.
I
but
wonder
it
why.
does have a picture of her in a bra,
Oh yeah.
like no shirt.
Oh, that's
geez.
no.
Yeah.
Okay, so yeah, I think it's. I don't know if we've been doing the JoJo references. Is there a JoJo reference in this?
Pacing was kind of like either one.
The JoJo
Part
reference here is part 1 of JoJo's with a 6-year time skip or 7-year time skip, except it's the opposite. Oh wait, no, it's pretty fast actually.
It's part 1 and 2 have the biggest time skips.
Yes, that pacing is JoJo's reference because I think in the first minute we go about
It's like 10 minutes.
3 days?
It's
about like
7
3
years.
days.
3 days.
Which was a very, very fast skip. Which was things that could have been developed, which were just not.
And it wasn't like you skipped 3 days. It was like one day to the next, to the next, to the next. But each day had like 20 to 30 seconds.
Exactly. It was not good.
I think we.
Okay, well, I'll do our final scores,
Okay,
and then
okay,
we'll
okay,
find who
okay.
it is. Okay. Kane, our special guest, you can go first. So, Kane, what we do on the show is we all give a score from 1 to 10 or 0 to 10, and then we put it on eventually we're probably going to do a tier list video, so we'll all collectively agree on a tier list placement. So, Kane, you can give a little final thing, and then give your score.
I mean, all my ratings are always skewed to be around the midpoint, so I'd probably give it like a 5 or 4.
Fair. So final score, you can give points. 4.5, we'll put right in the middle. Is it below failing grade?
I feel like it's just like barely passable. Like,
Barely passable. So 5?
I guess just 5.
5, okay. I agree. Or, won't mind. We'll go in Couch or Logan.
Okay. So I'm gonna give it. Let's see, 3.5.
Oh,
And that's being a little generous because it was funny how bad it was.
Yeah.
Can I give decimal marks? Or?
yes.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
I just.
Dave,
Okay,
I'm
okay.
just letting you know,
Sorry, yeah,
Liam
but
got kicked off for a 5.37. He gave that in the first episode. He has never been back on the show.
Well, it's only
What a
been
bot.
3.
All right, so let's think about the
That's-
show as a whole.
That's
So we got
partially just chance, though. I feel like.
Yes, Liam is also just never here.
the show. It's it was pretty low quality, if we're being real. Animation
Yes.
isn't great. Plot's pretty
Plot was
weird.
awful.
Pity points.
The whole thing about the fetishes was just weird. But like, I mean, it's not the worst thing in
It
the
was a
world.
fun watch.
Some of it was funny, like to watch just because how stupid it was. The girls were like pretty chill like that, you know. We'll give it an acceptable rating. I'd say like just a
Just a low calm.
3.9 or 4.1. We'll
Yeah.
go.
I'll be a little
We'll
bit
just go
more
4.
generous.
We'll just
I-
go flat 4.
4.
I think
Okay.
I'll just move it up to like a 5.5 because it's like
Okay.
Really?
I've seen a
Kane
lot.
really
Well,
get
I've already told you my reviews are skewed. I never do anything really below a 4.
Kane has seen everything.
I'll give it a
Obviously,
flat. I'll
obviously.
give it a flat 4.
A
That's
flat
my final
4,
answer. I couldn't
okay.
decide between.
I think it's just a 5.5.
Okay, Kane's a 5.5, Logan 3.5, David 4. Benjamin?
I was thinking around the Logan level, like, I don't know what I just watched. I'm gonna say, overall, taking into account the terrible animation, the weird pacing, the fact that it just is... the dog was weird, and then the collar leash fetish was also weird.
Yeah.
And the fact that the entire show is based around fetishes, I love the guy who said it's just a wholesome show.
Yeah,
It's
that's a good review to describe
I'm
it.
gonna say it's I'll go with 3.5. What did I have on the mom show for?
The mom
this has
show.
gotta be lower. It's 3. I'll go with 3.
The mom show. You gave it a 4.
Yeah, I gave it a 4.
I think you gave it a 4 in Zombieland Saga.
Yeah, I gave it. I moved it down.
Yeah, because I have 5 out of 10. Later moved to a 4.
Yeah, because I changed my mind.
I feel like
Yeah,
with shows with these, you're just never supposed to take them seriously. It's like one of those
Exactly.
things you just watch just on a whim. And you're
But then
like,
the worst part is like the show
It's-
takes itself seriously.
it's a 3. It's a 3. I'm saying 3.
A 3. Okay, for me, this is a really bad show. Most of my enjoyment came from watching it as a group because I feel like laughing at it was really funny. And okay, so you know how in school, if you're at like a 45, a teacher might round you up to 50 on the dot. But if you're 50 on the dot, you get a 51 to like show that you like actually passed and you weren't given pity points. I'm giving this show pity points, so it's a 5 on the dot
Yeah.
because
Okay.
barely passed.
well, what about that racket?
That
Yeah,
actually,
that-
that is
doesn't
getting
it
it.
pass,
That is
though?
the
Well,
what
that
the
is the
rounding up
pity,
is
okay.
for.
Do you actually think it passed? Do you think it's?
I think it passed just because we watched
You
it.
passed the class?
I think it's like watchable,
If
but
it-
it's definitely nothing
No,
you should be like
yeah,
taking
it's like the
seriously and,
student-
like thinking.
You can't watch on your own either.
It's like the
Exactly.
student that like they only passed because of like a late assignment. that
Exactly. They got that one last.
They decided to mark
They got
it.
that last tennis racket swinging in.
Yeah, no, oh god, oh god.
Like, do you love your 2-hit or your mom or 2-hit multi-target attacks? I gave a 6, just because like it wasn't bad. It was just
I just
not fun. It was like meh plot, meh everything. But this show was just significantly worse in most aspects, but also fun. So it's
Yeah.
Guys.
And then on a tier list, I feel like this is
X tier.
is we have. Do you love your mom and her blah blah attacks?
This is like
Is low C.
this is like low D.
Is this
Let's
low?
see, going into F maybe.
Mid to low D.
Into low D.
I
agree
I'm
with that.
adding an E to the
I
tier
don't
list.
Rating
know.
E?
I'm
I
adding
would
E and
put it
F
on the
just
same
because
tier.
I
No,
think
this is just D.
I think
Low
F is
tier.
like
Or not
1
low tier,
and
but
2,
C.
and then
Okay.
E is
Just
like
C,
3 and
just
4.
C.
And if this is around
But of
5,
course,
I'm
once
saying
again,
it's like
I always have really skewed
True.
tiers because they never give anything.
So right now we have
D. This is like D.
episode 1 is low C. Zombieland Saga is mid A. Edge Runners is low A, high B, and this is.
We haven't uploaded the Edge Runners, but hopefully we upload.
It'll be
it
uploaded
sometime.
before this. So I'm uploading this right after this
Okay.
episode.
God.
And then mid to low D. Yeah, I'm okay with that.
Yeah.
I'm
Okay,
with it.
so now, all of our loyal fans, if you don't want spoilers to watch this amazing show, click off now.
Yeah, might be time to leave.
Yeah, this is for the big boys, the big
This is for the big
I haven't
boys.
gone this far.
This is for the real first episode enjoyers who only watch the first
Yeah.
episode.
After this review, the high rating we gave it, everyone definitely wants to watch it, so you wouldn't want the spoilers.
Exactly. So, like, if you're a true first episode fan, you're only watching first episode,
No, don't spoil it.
I think you should stay. But, you know, if you really love this show, you think our review is amazing, which it was, but this inspired you, you can click off.
So guys,
Benjamin.
here's the reveal. There are a bunch of characters, you know. There's the girl who supposedly she looks tall, but of course all the characters are short. Dark hair girl.
Wait, I'm gonna look
Pet,
up.
pet fetish.
Okay, wait.
There's the quiet girl who likes gays, not herself being gay, but watching other people being gay. There's the weird girl that we meet later apparently who likes stalking. Okay.
Wait. I'm just gonna pull up
There is
Why
the
stalking
little
fetish?
blonde girl who apparently likes abusing you or something.
Mhm.
And finally, the one he gets with is the sister.
No!
Oh,
Oh my god!
We should have
Come
known.
on. Like,
Okay.
you
We should have been.
should've known.
We should have been ready.
He gets it.
You should have known from the show.
That's
Like,
terrible.
And also,
Damn.
also,
twist where they're not real
also,
siblings, or do they?
additionally, I think it was her panties, but I can't get the right information off here. I think
Damn
she was
it.
the one who left her panties.
That's off.
Oh
That's
my God.
terrible.
It's amazing.
What a way to cap off
That's,
this
no,
show.
it's not amazing.
What a
no,
way
it
to
really
stop
is.
amazing.
What a
It's
way to end the
amazing.
episode.
What a way. The worst.
Guys,
The worst part is this is the first episode of. I mean, we don't really think the first
Can-
episode,
can I just say
but we
one more
can't
thing?
change our reviews.
can I just say one more thing? We saw the show. We knew it was gonna end up with something stupid.
Yeah.
that's.
They couldn't have
Does-
given it to like black-haired girl. Like that would have been like. Meh.
Does anyone want to move the rating down after knowing that he gets with the sister?
I
think we just stick with what we have.
I'm sticking with what I have.
I'm sticking with what I have.
I
too.
think I would like to see how they portray it. Like I wonder
Yeah.
if it's an actual climactic reveal. I think that'd be really funny if they made it
What's the main character's name?
climactic. Wait, the one review said a wholesome ending. I don't know if I trust that review anymore.
I don't,
I don't
really
think
see
so.
how that lines
That's
up.
pretty wholesome.
Oh, what? It was just an accident.
They-
That's like the entire thing.
It's Cinderella. She runs away and the panties fall. I'm telling you.
Oh yeah.
Happens to the best of us.
Right.
By the way,
Exactly.
guys, one more
I think
thing.
we have to.
They
wrap it
do
up because
have
otherwise
the
our
same
people won't be
last
able to get
name.
driven.
So they are
So they
family.
are
They
biological.
siblings.
Well,
Oh my
that's
God.
gonna wrap up today's episode.
Goodbye, guys.
Thanks for joining
Goodbye.
us, Kane. I'm sure you'll be on
Have
many
fun,
more.
guys.
I hope so.
We'll see our main cast of Logan, Benjamin, and definitely David again.
We might
And
see
me.
Liam
Maybe
one
we'll get
time.
We might see Liam if he's
Maybe
not
we'll get
working.
Liam.
We might add in some more Reg, you know.
We'll see.
Some more. Lucy was Lucy in the
Lucy
Cyberpunk? She was in something.
Was in the tier list,
She's in the tier list.
just
That's
like
what we
typing.
uploaded.
Lucy will definitely be in some soon.
Yeah.
You'll see some new Combat Squad members.
Maybe some others.
in
maybe,
some
maybe
future
Noah,
episodes.
Maybe Jackson.
Exactly.
Definitely not Jackson.
Tune in next
No, I
time.
think I'll put Jackson in.
I'm your host, John. This was 4th episode of First Episode Fuck Ups.
Yeah.
Boom.